All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your good old boy JR coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. As always, it is nice to talk to you guys, see how you guys are doing, how everything is going in the sports world, especially today. It is week 9. It is our week 9 prediction show. So we going to wait for Brandon to join on the Instagram page. If you want to join that, Brandon will be on that one. Um, Instagram Live at Alt Sports Talk Podcast, or if you can want to join with me here on their YouTube page, which is the Jack's Wild Sports Show, you can definitely tune us in there as well. We got a great show for you today. It is, like I said, week 9 predictions. Also, the trade deadline was yesterday, so me and Brandon will go over that for a little bit, and then obviously the big news coming out of Las Vegas, where I'm currently sitting at right now. It is different. It was a very weird last 24 hours for me, from doing the Raider show to trick-or-treating to getting the news to being on the show with Brandon, who has now joined us on Instagram Live. Brandon, how you doing, my man?
I'm not doing better than you.
We'll see. There's still a we'll see factor, right? Yeah, so we're, like I said, we'll get into the games first, but I think first things first, obviously the trade deadline. We got to talk about it. Brandon, who do you feel walked away as the biggest winners in the trade deadline?
Oh God. I really like Seattle's pick. I really like Seattle's trade.
Yeah.
Getting Leonard Williams from the Giants, that is a hell of a pickup. I think a lot of people are not talking about it. They're like, oh, it's a sneaky big move, but everybody lost their shit yesterday when Chase Young got the MVP, but we got traded to 49ers.
Yeah, that Leonard Williams to Seattle, and really think about what Seattle did. Seattle already has a good enough defensive line to carry them through the season. You add Leonard Williams in the middle of that defense on that line, I am willing to bet I think we're going to have a new reigning NFC West champion this year.
We both talked about, by the way, that in the draft process that maybe Seattle should think about getting some help on their defensive line. So you go out and go get somebody like Leonard Williams that can definitely help you.
And here's the thing I hate, the perspective and the thing I hate hearing. Why are you giving up so much for a rental? Who says he's a rental? When you give up a second and a fifth, chances are you're not going to be a rental.
They say that about Leonard Williams because they love Chase Young. They're like, well, they're getting Chase Young. You're going to resign him. I'm going to say, no, he can be a rental. He can be the rental.
And that's the thing I hate. Like, why are teams trading away guys with rental? Because they need the immediate help. That's what the trade deadline is for. If you feel like you're going to make a playoff push, you fix your issue at the trade deadline. And that's what happened. My biggest winner, Washington. Washington. I know it's weird to say because they lost Chase Young. They lost Montez Sweat. But let's understand the perspective of Washington and what's going on. They need help all across the board. All across the board, they need help minus wide receiver, running back, some defensive key pieces and everything. And let's just be real about this. Washington drafting Chase Young at number 2 and it didn't work out, that's an organizational failure. That's not on Chase Young. That's an organizational failure. However, you totally redeem yourself by getting some nice draft picks in the early rounds to really build this team. They really need help, especially, and you know how, Brandon, you know me for a long time now. You know how passionate I am when it comes to the trenches. They need help in those trenches, offensive line-wise. They need some big, pretty uglies to protect the quarterback, whether it's Sam Howell or whoever's going to be back there next year. They need some. So the way how Washington handled it, it hurts right now. But if they pull this off and they pick the right players, we'll forget all about this. We'll forget all about this.
You got to get a new GM, clearly. And you're going to have to get a new head coach.
Okay, well, the new head coach is already there. So it's not.
We know. But everybody else is just, just slow on it.
And Brandon, biggest loser in the trade deadline. Who's a team that you just been like, man, I think they should have just been a little bit more aggressive, or maybe they just gave up too much, or maybe they just did too much.
Biggest loser, me, it's San Francisco.
Ouch.
I think San Francisco.
Oh, I got to hear this. I
think the Chase Young trade works if you're playing a passing team. But you're not playing against a passing team when you get to the national championship game. You're playing against Philly.
You're playing against Detroit. You're playing against Philly. You might be playing against Seattle.
Like, you're playing against teams that can run and throw. So when the fuck is Chase Young going to get on the field? And another thing, people forget, this is a team that literally just traded and got Randy Gregory like 2 weeks ago. And he hasn't panned out. So why are we acting like this is such a crazy move and this is going to be the biggest thing
if I would have known that Rasul Douglas was available, San Francisco should have jumped all over that. They should have jumped all over him. They know they need the cornerback help. They should have jumped all over that. Especially for a fifth.
We say it all the time. San Francisco has no problems in the front seven. That front seven of San Francisco is not the problem. Your secondary sucks. They're terrible. Joe Burrow literally just showed you every damn problem that you had in that secondary. I saw people yesterday literally say, well, if they can apply the pressure on the quarterback, that's going to help the secondary. What if they don't get the pressure on the quarterback? What if that doesn't happen? We also forget that they have a whole new defensive coordinator.
Let's be real. These last 3 games, hasn't panned out very well. And even when they're playing against teams, a passing team like Cincinnati still found a way to throw the ball.
Like Minnesota couldn't run the ball at all. Kirk Cousins still had 363 yards passing. Was that the pass rush problem? Or was that the secondary problem?
That's a secondary issue.
What is it?
That's a secondary issue because the line was getting there.
You could have got an offensive lineman. You could have got a lot of things that San Francisco needed. A lot of things. Another receiver, a true take the top off receiver. See, a true take the top off receiver. They could have got a lot of things, and they went and got another fucking pass rusher.
I didn't get that either. I don't get that.
It didn't make any sense. Everybody was like, "This is the best trade ever." I'm like, "No, it's not. This is the dumbest trade ever." If you don't get the pass rush, you're not going to win these games regardless. Nick Bosa is not doing it right now, and Chase Young, Nick Bosa, and Randy Gregory, all 3 of them got in common? They can rush the passer, but they also suck at stopping the run. They're terrible at stopping the run. They cannot stop.
For the longest time, I have tried to make a point that I think Max Crosby is going to be a better defensive end than Nick Bosa. If you didn't see the Monday night game, I hate to break it to you.
It's disturbing how people are just so
oh no, trust me. I get it. Myles Garrett, get all the praise in the world. Get all the praise in the world because he deserves it. People talk about Nick Bosa. People talk about TJ Watt and others. When it comes to Max, he plays for the Raiders. Who cares? Did you see him play on Monday night, by the way?
I'm going to be honest. I was like, I wonder if the Raiders don't trade Max.
Shut up. He can't. We can't. No, hey, listen, I know Devontae's not available, but is Max? No, Max. I just gotta ask. I am already on the phone with you. I might as well just ask. No, I think the team that I wish would have been a little bit more aggressive, Cleveland. I wish Cleveland would have been a little bit more aggressive. Not in the sense that I wanted them to. I really thought there was a chance for them to get a wide receiver somewhere. There was just a part of me that said there's got to be a wide receiver out there that is probably worth the look. It's probably worth the deal. And they just didn't do it because the problem is whether Deshaun Watson, PJ Walker, whoever's the quarterback there, that's fine. The problem is it's the rest. It's the wide receiver room. Amari Cooper can only do so much, and the number 2 spot is whoever's going to have a good day that day.
That kind of makes the trade for trading Donovan Peoples-Jones makes it even more stupid that you traded him.
It's like, what? So, and I think that's the killer. I think that's the killer part where it's like, dude, I wish Cleveland would have been a little bit more aggressive. with that. So I mean, I think I'm not saying that it's the biggest loss, but I just really hope it doesn't hurt Cleveland second half of the season.
Well, the question really is what is Cleveland trying to do now? Like, what is Cleveland trying to do? Are they?
I think they're a balanced football team offensively with an over aggressive defense. But the problem is they have to be consistent on offense. They cannot keep playing hero ball at the end. It's gonna kill them every time.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know what Cleveland is trying. I literally believe Cleveland thought Deshaun Watson would be a very
Deshaun Watson,
part.
yeah.
He would be so a part of this season, and he hasn't been. So now
Kawhi Leonard
like,
2.0.
but Deshaun Watson is like he's supposed to be part of the season, and now he's not. And now you kind of questioning, what the fuck do we do now, like franchise wise? Because we got this quarterback that literally seems like he doesn't want to be.
Oh, and you gave Houston all the ammunition to like.
Which we knew he didn't want to go to Cleveland. Like we all knew he didn't want to go to Cleveland. But the fact they were the dumbest ones to pay him,
when somebody gives you guaranteed money, I don't care if you don't want to go there. You got to take it, bro. You got to take it.
Money, man. Especially $50 million guaranteed. All right.
Hell yeah, bring it. Hell yeah.
I'll take the deal, I guess.
You know, so. And next up, before we get into our picks, like I said, it was a weird 24 hours because yesterday I did the show, I said some stuff, and I really said some weird stuff, and then went trick-or-treating, did the whole thing with fam, saw the kids, blah, 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 whatever. And then as I was about to go to bed, I get a notification thinking somebody was messing with me, and then we fired Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler together, and I'm thinking to myself, what happened? On a short week after we just played yesterday. 24 hours it's a long time, man. 24 hours is a long time. Brandon, I usually let you go first in a situation like this, but because I am the residential Raider fan here, I want to speak to Raider Nation directly. For everybody out there, this goes to everybody. For everybody out there that said that Mark Davis is too poor to pay out John Gruden and Mike and Coach McDaniels and Josh McDaniels, guess what? He just fired him. So guess what? Money is not an issue with the guy. So there you go. Number two, personally, it sucked on one end. It does suck because now we are going on our, I think, 14th coach, something like that, since our last Super Bowl run. And ideally, that is a head coach once every 1.5 years and something to that extent. And that is not a recipe for success. However, in this case, it had to be done. It had to be done because I knew it was one thing to lose to the Bears last week like that. To lose to the Lions. And by the way, people look at that score and be like, man, this team sucks. No, the defensive unit is fine. The defensive side, which is very weird because I haven't said that in a long time as a Raider fan, that the defensive side of the ball is actually okay for once.
Yeah.
It's just offensively, we couldn't do nothing. We had a coach that we thought could fix that offensive issues, and it didn't work out. And it had, for the benefit of the future of this football team, it had to be done. So my initial reaction was, it sucks, but it had to be done. I wish them the best, and I look forward to see what these last 9 games bring us. Brandon, go ahead.
I could have sworn y'all forced like 3 or 4 defensive turnovers against Detroit.
And 1 defensive touchdown, by the way.
And the offense literally, I knew it was over when you got the ball. It was like at the 20. You got the ball at the 20. And the first play they called was a pass to Davante Adams that was literally beat way past him, right into Kyle Joseph. And he, I was like, yeah, he getting fired.
Yo, you're done. Yeah, you're done.
Fired. So what was that? What the hell was that?
And here's the sad part. Watching Jimmy G throw that, if you look back, you can literally see him throwing all his weight on that football, and he was still like 4 yards short of Davante Adams. I'm just like, That's not good, bro.
But this is what I keep saying about. This is what I keep saying. Like I've been saying about the Saints, you can't fire Dennis Allen if the defense is still good. Now the offense suck, all right, but that's not his calling card. That's not what is the thing. The reason why I get on here every week and say, if I was the Chargers, I'd fire the head coach because the defense is sucked. You pay all those damn players, and your defense still sucked. Same thing with the Bears. The defense sucked. Fire the head coach. Why are we sitting here debating this shit? Fire him. Like it's not that hard. Washington, the defense sucked. Fire the damn head coach. It's very simple. Football is a simple fucking game. You make it harder on yourself. I don't know why.
It's true. It's true.
It shouldn't be as goddamn hard. If the one side of the ball that we hired the head coach to really fix isn't fixed, we should probably fire his ass. Don't you think we should probably fire him?
And would you look at that? The offense sucked. That's Josh McDaniels' calling card. Yeah, you got to go, bro.
The fact that you held Detroit, that offense, to 4 turnovers, and 3 times when they got into the red zone, the first 3 times they got to the red zone, they literally had to kick field goals. 3 field goals. And you still could not get up the field and score a touchdown. When you have Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Hunter Winthrop, Michael Mayer, and you cannot score a goddamn touchdown until literally the end of the second quarter, your ass need to be fired. There's no way in hell you need to stay on the team and be a head coach. You need to be fired. Now, for everybody else is saying that, Mark Davis is the cheapest owner in the league. That's what they keep saying. He's the cheapest owner in the league. He's a billionaire. He'll figure out a way. I don't know how people are this damn stupid. But people are stupid. Now, me personally, I am not going to get a splashy head coach. If Antonio Pierce works like y'all special team coach work, I'm keeping Antonio Pierce as the head fucking coach. I don't need to go get the Jim Harbaugh and all them. I don't need to because that guy fits the team. If the team is predicated on this, another thing I need to say, I am so happy that they said, yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo, your dude is going, so you're gonna sit your ass on the bench this weekend.
Have you seen the presser? Did you see have you seen the presser of Antonio Pierce? Have you seen? Okay, I'm gonna send it to you, and I forget where the mark is at, but it's when they open up questions, and one of the reporters asked them. So I know it's a new day and everything, and I know you have to look forward to practice, getting ready for the Giants. Have you made a decision at quarterback and everything? And without the skip of a beat, he said, "Oh yeah, Aiden's the starter going forward." And one reporter asked why, and the Antonio Pierce with the quickness again, because he gives us the best chance to win. I'm just like, hey, blunt, professional, and straight to the point. Cool with me, man.
Jimmy Garoppolo got injured in the Chicago game, and they were like, "We're going to Brian Hart." We should have known right there and there. He's about to get fired. We should have known right then and there. You're going to die with these Patriot quarterbacks, man. Y'all going to die with that Patriot system shit. Now you see another victim to the Patriots system.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I think that's what it is. So now, in retrospective, is Aiden O'Connell the answer? I don't know.
And that's a good thing. I don't know, but I'd rather see him try to be than I already know Jimmy Garoppolo isn't.
I'd rather see Aiden O'Connell play because I don't know what he can do, but I know this much. I don't know. I know what Jimmy G and Brian Hoyer cannot do. My brother is already no. I don't know. Listen, my brother has been banking for the Raiders to draft a linebacker within the 2 first rounds for at least like 7 years now. Well, we haven't put in Hoyer. Give me a break. Don't start with me, bro. Now you're just trolling. Who stole your phone, bro? And here's the thing. To my brother who's out there right now, I know we didn't draft a linebacker in the first 2 rounds, but we got a linebacker as an interim head coach. I mean, I know it's not going to fix the thing on the field, but hey, we're getting in the right direction. No, me personally, this is how I feel about it. Do I think that Aiden O'Connell's the guy? I don't know. I can't base him off the Charger game because that was one game. And even till then, there was a little part of me that said, damn, he could really come back and beat the fucking Chargers.
He almost did.
And I don't know. I don't know if he's the answer. Do I think Antonio Pierce is the head coach of the future? I don't know. That's why these next 9 games, whatever it is, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. So,
I'm going to say this. If y'all beat the Kansas City Chiefs,
that's the automatic. Hey, Antonio, you're the head coach. Fuck this. We're moving with you.
Y'all beat the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead of all places. Hey, man, listen. He's the head coach. Fuck the bullshit.
Fuck your interviews. Fuck your interviews. We're doing this.
You beat Kansas City and Arrowhead. He's the head coach. We can move on.
We can put this behind us. We can put the speculation to bed. Yeah, it's over. But we'll see. And that's why I think it's like this. I understand the ramifications of Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler's lives because obviously lives are affected whenever people do get fired. It sucks. However,
that off coordinator, so that's kind of interesting too.
Well, again,
like, fuck everybody on the offense.
Patrick Graham must have been sweating bullets, and Mark Davis looked at him. He goes, "You good, bro? You good, bro?" Oh, thank God. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna see. And like I mentioned yesterday, hopefully now we can all come in as Raider fans and we don't have to fight amongst each other of firing McDaniels, this and that. He's gone. Now let's try to come together and try to be Raider Nation again. That's my message to everything. So there's that. But before we get to that, we got to talk about some games, Brandon. We got some games to get to. Week 9 is officially here. We are one more week away until we get into those double digits. They come so fast. These seasons come so fast. And that's the unfortunate part. But here we are, week 9. And we're going to start it off with a very interesting matchup to pull up for Thursday Night Football. We have the Tennessee Titans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tennessee, Will Levis. I don't know where, decided to throw 4 touchdowns and, against the Falcons, and if it wasn't for Van Jefferson dropping the ball, I don't know what the Titans would have beat, but the Titans won. The Steelers, they could be butthurt all they want. When you get dominated at home like that, Jacksonville can do whatever they want to that fucking towel. That's it. Bottom line. When you get embarrassed at home like that, I don't care what team is on the other side. They can do whatever they want to that. They can TJ Hushmanzada the towel. They can, do whatever they want at that point because they dominated you at home. But we got a Thursday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. DeAndre Hopkins got put on the injury list today. He is questionable for tomorrow. And the Steelers are a little banged up with Minkah Fitzpatrick injury on the defensive side. So, Brandon, as of right now, who do you have? Do you have the Tennessee Titans or the Pittsburgh Steelers? Okay.
Yes, Minkah Fitzpatrick might not play, but Casey Hayward is. So he's playing for the first time since week 1. So good luck trying to run the ball. TJ Watt is still there, and like you said, you got embarrassed like that on any game, especially if you Mike Tomlin. You come in with some fear, and Joey Porter Jr. If DeAndre Hopkins is not playing, I don't see any of the Tennessee receivers that can really do any damage to Pittsburgh secondary like that. I know Will Levis had a great game, but he also had 3 of his 4 touchdowns was all to DeAndre Hopkins. There's a reason for that. If he's not playing, good luck trying to find a weapon now. So I got Pittsburgh.
And it's not like the Atlanta defense, it's not like the Pittsburgh defense is like the Atlanta defense. Yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh as well. And it's not so much that – here's the thing. Will Levis had 4 touchdowns, and he's the talk of the story and this and that. You want to know who also had 4 touchdowns in their debut as a Tennessee Titans quarterback? Marcus Mariota. How did that work out? Exactly. The reason I'm going to go Pittsburgh here, one, Cameron Hayward is back. Two, I understand that Minka Fitzpatrick is, if not the best safety in football. Like he's up there, and it is a loss. But the problem is the defensive side of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have enough depth to have maintained to keep their season alive with a terrible offense. And last I checked, they're one of the better teams of stopping, the run. The passing game is where they get destroyed. Oh, look at that. DeAndre Hopkins is hurt, and nobody else decided to do anything prior to like the 15, 20-yard line. So, with that being said, I just do not see – I can't see the Steelers losing again, especially at home on a short week. This would be the year where I think the talks would have to get serious of maybe not firing Mike Tomlin, but now you have to really put a leash on it because he's very adamant of not firing Matt Canada, which we know. And here's the thing: Kenny Pickett might not go, and that's fine. And Mitchell Trubisky might play, and maybe I think with it comes opportunity for Najee and Jaylen Warren to do what they have to do in the run game. So. And it sucks because the Tennessee Titans are actually good at stopping the run too, but I just have a feeling that their offense is not going to be able to put up the same production and the same performance like they did against the Atlanta Falcons. So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers here.
I also feel like it's literally Will Levis's first game. You never saw this kid like that. You didn't even see him in preseason. So, yeah, he did that because nobody knew what he could do. I'm pretty sure Pittsburgh's like, yeah, that shit ain't happening on us.
And if it does, whew.
Congratulations, I guess.
That's right. That's the sound of heads rolling in Pittsburgh. Next up, we got the first ever game in Germany international. Well, not the first, but the first time in this, I guess, modern Super Bowl era, however people want to say it. Frankfurt, Germany. Yeah, Frankfurt, Germany. That's right.
Did they play in Germany last year?
Well, they play in Listen, man, Germany names are weird, and I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher it. I know they played in Germany last year, but I think it's like the first time in Frankfurt or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something weird of that to that extent. Either way, it's Germany again. Look, it's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Dolphins, impressive win, I guess, if you want to call it that. I mean, it was a good enough win. And the thing is, Brandon, I hate to tell you this, man. I think my prediction of the Miami Dolphins winning the AFC East, I think it's about to come true. The defense is getting healthy. Now,
my prediction is dead in the water. So, yeah, you're right. Oh, my God.
And they're going to take on a Kansas City Chiefs team who the Chiefs defense did everything they could to turn over the ball against Denver. And Kansas City basically almost kind of gave Denver the game, and they almost looked like Denver was about to lose that game. And here's the thing. People want to say like, oh, well, Patrick Mahomes wasn't healthy. He was sick and, oh, well. So you're telling me that if Travis Kelce doesn't go off like he normally does, the Kansas City Chiefs offense is limited, which means the Kansas City Chiefs defense gets dropped into a big problem. You don't say. You don't say. All right. And I want to get your thought on this because First Take did this on Monday morning, and I thought it was so disrespectful. There are 4 teams right now that are 6-2 in the AFC. Miami, Kansas City, Jacksonville, and Baltimore. Brandon, who's the best 6-2 team out of that whole squad?
Baltimore.
Okay. The fact that Baltimore got 0 respect on that? Whew. Okay. All right, whatever, bro. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Again, we're not paid to lie to people. We are here to be honest. And Kansas City sucks. I don't know why people keep acting like this is like some turnaround. See, this is why I talked about this literally yesterday on my show. I literally said this. I said, people are dumb because you keep screaming about, well, last year they had no receivers, and they still figured out a way. This is the last year. People act like last year. It's not last year. The receivers suck. They can't create separation. They can't catch the damn ball. They literally traded for a guy they literally just let walk free agency.
And he had 2 muffed punts.
bring him back for? What did you do that for? You had no reason to do that. People don't want to admit this. The offense is terrible right now because of Matt Nagy, which I've been saying. Andy Reid didn't call him fucking plays the last couple of years. It's been the enemy. If you don't believe me, look at Washington's offense, look at Kansas City's offense.
Washington put up 30 points again against Philadelphia.
Against Philly. Come on, man. I get it. They've had some games, Buffalo and the Giants game. But for the most part, they can go out there and score with anybody. And they got Sam Howell as the damn quarterback.
So let's just move on with this. You got Miami winning this one?
Of course. I think this is going to be the game that everybody realizes, oh, shit, Kansas City's really in trouble. No shit. And Tariq Hill is going to go absolutely crazy. Like, I think 200. Tariq Hill might get 200 yards. Like, I'm open all fucking day. Like he comes down to Jamar Chase.
I can already imagine, like, the national anthem is over, and he goes to Mike McDaniel, Coach, I'm open. Tyreek, we haven't even played it down yet. We don't even know who's covering you.
I'm open. I'm open. Kansas City defense gonna be like, we know what he's gonna do. We know what he's gonna do. And still can't stop it. I thought you had him.
This might be the first game where there's going to be two corners and two safeties on Tyreek Hill, just because, bro. Somebody else better get open. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I got the Dolphins too. And, international games are always tricky because I think this could work in Kansas City's favor because it is an international game and it could work in a favor where everybody's kind of jet lagged and everything like that. But it's just, if Kansas City fails to recreate that chemistry with the offense, if they can't go offensively, then I already know what Kansas City is.
Why not long been doing this? I literally said doing the all season. The biggest two moves, 8 players. It was the coordinators, Eric Bieniemy and D'Amico Ryan. Those are the two biggest moves. And right now, you're starting to see it. For people that don't understand this, people that keep screaming, Kansas City's been like this. They've had sloppy games in the past. Yeah, but they corrected it. And also, those games were early in the season. This is week 9. And his offense still don't look good. That's something that you just got to admit at some point that maybe we just might not be the team this year.
And it happens. So, yeah.
Happens. Your offensive line sucks. The wide receivers can't get open. And when they do get open, they can't catch the damn ball. And your only weapon on offense is Travis Kelce. When he's not at World Series and traveling the world with his girlfriend. So, like, what are we expecting here from Kansas City? What is this big master plan that Kansas City's going to magically turn? Kansas City's lucky they play in the AFC West. I swear. They're lucky they play in the AFC West. Because if this is the AFC North, Kansas City's going to lose the division to Cincinnati or Baltimore. And it's not even close.
Hell, they would even be behind Cleveland at this point.
Shit, yeah.
I mean, I'm just being real. Now, next game, however, this is a very implication game. You have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons. We got the news that Kirk Cousins' year is officially out the window. We wish him the best in a speedy recovery. That sucks because whether people want to believe it or not, he was playing at a really good level this year. Really good. Really good. He was.
I'm be honest. I thought if he stayed healthy, and they can just jump sit back. I was like, oh shit, Minnesota might get the wild card. They might get in.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that happens. That happens. And then Atlanta, they made the switch to Taylor Heinicke permanently. Arthur Smith made that permanently today. Minnesota made a trade to get Joshua Dobbs. Can you imagine Joshua Dobbs' life right now? Picture this. You start your season in Cleveland in the preseason. You go to Arizona. You get traded to Minnesota. Joshua Dobbs is like, dude, his life is crazy right now. Like, that dude, his life is like nuts, bro. I'm like, he goes, today I'll be in Minnesota. Tomorrow I could be in Las Vegas. Tomorrow I could be in Dallas. I could be in, back up in Houston. I don't know. I'm just going with the ride. As long as it's still paying me, I guess I'll still show up. But yeah, so the Minnesota Vikings got Joshua Dobbs and everything after And here's the thing: people want to say that his performance against Baltimore is probably what put the nail in the coffin. Baltimore defenses have been doing that all fucking year, so I don't think it's that. I just think it's the fact that Kyler Murray is back, but they're still going to start the rookie. They're still going to start the seventh round rookie out of Tulane. Okay, so with this game, Brandon, I don't know what to make of this game. I couldn't even do an analysis on this game only because of the fact that what I saw from Atlanta and what I saw from Minnesota. Brandon, who do you got? Do you got Minnesota or you got the Falcons?
I would love for Minnesota to win this game, but I just don't know who the quarterback is. They got a rookie. They still have Justin Jefferson. The running game still ain't good. Like I'm looking at this. I'm like, Cam Akers is there, Alex Madison. Like there should be
the defense of Minnesota is doing his job.
Like it should be some running game. I'm like, this is not good, and this kind of feels like the Rams, don't it? Don't it feel like the Rams? Like Kevin O'Connell counts from the Rams. His whole philosophy on offense was Cooper Kupp. Like that's his whole philosophy. Cooper Kupp is starting to show up again with all these damn offensive coordinators from the Rams. I kept saying this. Same thing with Brandon Staley and the Chargers. When you have that defense, it's very easy to just think your defense works. Then you go to a team like the Chargers, and now everything's not good. Same thing with the Rams and the Vikings. Your whole offensive philosophy is Cooper Kupp. So now you don't have your Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson. What the fuck do you do?
Well, they have Jordan Addison now, who's been playing lights out these last 3 weeks, but
you can't run the ball. What was the problem with the Rams? They couldn't run the ball. All they had was throwing the ball. So when you playing a team like Atlanta, yeah, I know Will Levis looked like I don't yo, how bad would it be if another rookie did exactly the same shit on Atlanta? Like that's just
Could you imagine Jaren Hall just out of nowhere throws 4 touchdowns? Yo, Arthur Smith is going to be coach fired number 2.
Yo, that shit happens again. Yo, I gotta fire Arthur Smith on the spot.
Like, don't even go to the podium, my guy. You're fired.
You gotta go. What the fuck was that?
Like, I could see like the owner of Atlanta, and I keep forgetting the guy's name. Arthur, is it Blank? Arthur Blank, right?
Yeah,
I could see Arthur Blank like waiting him for the tunnel. It's like, Smith, I got to talk to you. Hey, Mr. Blank, I understand today was a tough. Listen, your bag's already outside. We got a limo waiting for you to take you to your house. Don't worry about the press conference. You know, as a matter of fact, don't even worry about showing up to work tomorrow. We're good.
That's just embarrassing. If you get on the road, that's one thing. But at home, you get like 400.
If Joshua doesn't start, and Jaren Hall, the rookie quarterback from BYU, starts, and he throws 4 touchdown passes out of nowhere, Arthur Smith he's gone. He gone.
Embarrassing, man. I got Atlanta winning this game because they're at home. That's about it.
The only reason I have Atlanta too is because I don't know the quarterback situation. Justin Jefferson's out. The defense can only hang on for so much until everything starts to falter for the offense. Atlanta has to win this game. And especially because they're still in the thick of the race for the NFC South, they have to win this game for the benefit of the doubt, bro. They have to.
I feel so disturbed that we gotta say that. Atlanta, you gotta win this game.
You gotta win this game, bro.
You cannot lose this game.
No.
How you lose to 2 rookies back to back? Like that's just disturbing.
And you gave up a total of 8 touchdowns in 2 weeks, passing in through the air. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Those 2 rookies put up Joe Burrow numbers. Like what is going on, man?
Like Jaren Hall and freaking Will Levis equal 1 mediocre Joe Burrow. Like 1 good enough Joe Burrow. That's what you get. Like Jesus, you get the first 4 weeks of Joe Burrow. That's the type of Joe Burrow you get. Like Jesus. Now the next game, I'm very excited about this next game. I think it's the game of the week. I think people should be tuning in. And dare I say, if everything works out in their favor, sure, it'll be a very little tough battle. But this could potentially be a Super Bowl matchup. And yes, I am talking about the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Baltimore Ravens. As we mentioned earlier, the Seattle Seahawks did a trade to get Leonard Williams to kind of already improve a really good defense. While the Baltimore Ravens, I know the scoreboard shows that Arizona kept it close, but let's not kid ourselves. Baltimore went into Arizona and was done by the second quarter. It was over. It was over. And this game, it's really going to be if whoever wins this, because there's going to be a lot of implications. If Seattle wins this, San Francisco has to be looking at it and going, "Oh my God, I think our reign's not over, but it's not going to be easy the second half of the season." And then you look at Baltimore. If they could beat a team like Seattle, like we're waiting for them to do, is beat a really good football team like Seattle.
Well, they just destroyed Detroit, so they beaten.
No, they beat the good team, but if they can beat a Seattle team, I'm telling you this right now. I better hear Monday morning that Juan Rodriguez was right, that Baltimore is the best team in the AFC. I want to hear ESPN. I want to hear Fox FS1 say it. I've been saying this for weeks. I have been saying this. Baltimore is the team of destiny. They look like the team of destiny. You don't believe me? Fine. Look how they play. Look at their running game. Look at their passing game. Look at their defense. Do you really think Justin Houston has any right to be there anymore? No. But you know what he's doing? He's fucking killing it. So again, Brandon, in my game of the week, who do you have? Do you have the Seattle Seahawks or do you have the Baltimore Ravens?
Oh, God. I got Baltimore. I don't think it's going to be the same game it was like Detroit. I don't think it's going to be like that. But I just feel like you ask me who's going to make the play to win the game, if it's Geno or Lamar, and it's just going to be, it's Lamar. Like, I like Seattle. I think Seattle's a good team. I told everybody that the NFC West is going to be Seattle's. I literally said this. But I just think Baltimore is just a different level. They're just a different caliber. You're back at home. Like you said, they pretty much took a detour to go to Arizona real quick, show off what they could show off. They came back home. I was like, all right, let's play. All right, let's play.
Have my beats ready by the airport.
And also, I feel like this. If Baltimore loses this game, it's starting to get a little bit panicky in Baltimore. I know people don't be like, why you say that? Because Cincinnati's are coming. I don't know if people realize that Cincinnati is a coming.
You know that Baltimore looked at Cincinnati play the 49ers last week and go, oh no. Oh no.
They just start scratching.
Wasn't he dead? Like wasn't that number 9 dead? No. Somebody, I think the offensive line gathered the 7 Dragon Balls and they brought him back to life. God damn it.
Yeah, that dude's got Thanos. Like, he's like got a freaking Infinity Stones. This shit is ridiculous how he's going off doing his thing, man. Baltimore's going to win, but they better win. I never thought I'd say, I don't feel that way about Seattle. Seattle could lose this game and still, for me, win the NFC West. I don't really feel like San Francisco is that competitive to them. They're better than San Francisco. But I believe Baltimore needs to win this game. Because if they don't win this game, it's starting to get a little tight in the AFC North.
Can't stick a blade of grass up there. Yeah, I got Baltimore here too. And Timo, what's going on, my man? Yeah, for me, I think I'm going to go with Baltimore here only because of the fact I think the only benefactor is the same reason I took Seattle last week when they played the Browns. I said it was going to be a close game, but the only reason I think Seattle won last week is because they were at home. Same reason I'm going to go with Baltimore here. I think it's going to be a competitive game. It's my game of the week. I love how these teams are playing. I love their performances. They're doing really well. Tyler Lockett looks like a new man. That offensive line is starting to get healthy again. They still have to develop a running game, though, however, for Seattle, but they can figure that out as the time goes on. And for me, that defense for Seattle, it's really good. But I can say the same thing about Baltimore's defense, too. It's really good. And I think that Baltimore Ravens are just that team of destiny. They feel like it. So, for me, I'm going to go with Baltimore. I'm going to go with Baltimore here. So, I'm going to go out on a limb here. So, all right. It took me 8 weeks, but the Arizona Cardinals officially have the number 1 pick after Carolina won their first game last week. It took 8 weeks, and I know some of you guys have been like clowning me for the last 8 weeks. I thought Arizona was going to get number 1. Look at us. We're at number 7. Yeah, 2 weeks change, and now look at you guys. Number 1. Yeah. How about that? America? How about that? They have to go up against the Cleveland Browns, who lost a very tough competitive game. They finally come back home. They come home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. You got Cleveland, right?
I got Cleveland too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's
Who's that quarterback? That defense gonna run shot. That defense is gonna run shot.
Myles Garrett is going to be like, damn you, Gino. He goes, my name is Clayton. Ah.
This is gonna be the quickest win in Cleveland history.
Like,
The quickest win in Cleveland history.
because let's be real. Cleveland almost won.
They should have won that game, especially knowing that they lost it on a defensive possession and the defense on the field and the Seattle, like they scored that touchdown late. Oh yeah, that defense is gonna come at you. That's not good.
They'll be like, screw you, Gino. My name is Clayton. It's going to look like a movie. He's going to be like, like, coach, stay down, my child. Stay down. Stay down.
Not yet.
You're just going to see him like go, like get on his level. He's going to be like, stay down. Stay. Do not do this to yourself. I can do it, coach. No. Stay down. Please, I got to bring you back to your wife and kids. Please. Oh God, yeah, I got Cleveland too. It's so messed up. It is so messed up. I know the defensive side of the ball. They want, like you said, they want to wreck shop, bro. They want to wreck. So yeah, give me the Browns on this one.
You might physically see a murder on that football field.
It could be Clayton. It could be Kyler Murray. It could. And the only reason I call him Clayton is because I know he's from Tulane, and I don't even remember his last name. I think it was like Toon. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember after this game anyway, so it's okay, bro. Yeah, it's good, bro. It's good. Yeah, so give me the Browns. Next up, we have a game, two teams of misfortunes. The Los Angeles Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. The Rams, they got a little bit of a quarterback problem now because Matthew Stafford unfortunately hurt his thumb in a very weird way. Just one of those 1 in a million weird ways, and it sucks when it happens because there's nothing you can do about it. And the Packers, well, yeah, we know the Packers are a young team though. Like you could see it, man. You could see, like, oh my God, they are babies. Like they are trying. They are gonna be kids for a while. Like, oh my God. And it's not like it has the feel of a Detroit Lions. We're like, oh my God, they're young. No, this is gonna be this is gonna be like AOL startup, bro. It's gonna be a minute before Green Bay is pretty good again. So, Brandon, do you have the Los Angeles Rams or do you have the Packers?
Believe it or not, I got Green Bay.
Okay.
At home, I'm assuming it's gonna probably be snowing. And like you just said, I don't know what the Rams are offensively now. Matthew Stafford is hurt. You don't have really a running game. You never really had a running game, which is why I keep saying the Vikings are the freaking Rams. You never had a running game. And Cooper Kupp, since being back, has not done shit.
He's been okay.
Now the rookie isn't doing anything. So it's like
he's been okay.
Yeah, it's kind of what I expected the Rams to be at some point during the season. That's why I kept saying they're going to be the number one team to get the pick. Because they don't have anything.
I don't know. I still feel pretty confident with my Arizona pick being number one. I'm still pretty good, bro. I feel pretty good now.
Outside of Arizona and outside of Aaron Donald, like we've been saying, and I finally heard somebody on the NFL say this.
Oh, I heard it too. The second the man said it, I'm like, Brandon? I was literally at work, like on my way to home from work, and I turned it on, and I'm like, Brandon? Is that you? It's like how you found my burner account on the Saints page that you go onto. Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute.
I was saying this last year.
Yeah, I get it. I know.
He's the only movable piece. Like he's the only person that can get you a real number one pick. People will still give you a number one pick for Aaron fucking Donald. If they was to trade him during this trade deadline, like let's say San Francisco really did go get a defensive tackle, and it was Aaron fucking Donald, I'm pretty sure they would have traded a first round pick for him, and maybe Brandon Ayuk just to go with it.
Just to be like, look, we're not gonna pay you, bro.
Okay, back your bags, get your shit go.
Get on the 805, get on the 5 South, and meet him in LA. You're good, bro.
But I've been saying that Aaron Donald's the only movable piece the Rams have, and you got to get him out the field. That's the only piece that I can see a team still going number one for. Like, I can give you a one for him. Cooper Kupp is getting older, and he's getting injured. Matthew Stafford is, I said this last year, he should have retired.
I know that's a stretch, Timo, that they were not trading with the division, but you know what? I've seen weirder shit.
I saw Detroit trade with Minnesota, their best offensive weapon at that time, T.J. Hockenson, and they've gotten better since they traded them.
So, hey.
That's the craziest shit. They got better since they traded them. T.J. Hockenson's got to be goddamn hot right now. Like, you couldn't just wait.
The second they traded him, they are now 14-3, bro. That's all I got to tell you. 14-3. Yeah, we were really confused at that time, but now, 14-3 is not so bad. Yeah, look, I got the Packers too, and it's not so much that the Packers are that good. It's just the Rams are just that old. They have no identity on offense. I don't know who their quarterback is going to be. Their offensive line is still suspect at best. And it's like we're gonna be watching the seniors at the YMCA Recreational Center take on the kitty gardeners from like the dodgeball team from the kitty gardeners, like Sunshine School or some shit. Like they old, man. Like they are AARP ready old, bro. Like that's how bad it is. And I think with how the Packers are probably going to want to play this game is use Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon as much as you can to alleviate pressure off Jordan Love. And Jordan Love will make the throws that he needs to make. But if the Packers lose this one, I'm going to tell you this right now. It's going to be a while before the Packers are back to being the Packers. So I'll give you the Packers on this one. This next game, I know you're ready for this one. Your favorite team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, taking on the Houston Texans. The Buccaneers, hey, they've been off for 11 days. They almost put up a good fight against the Buffalo Bills. Kudos to them. The Houston Texans, it just wasn't their day, and that's okay. It just wasn't their day, and there's nothing else that anybody can do about it. It happens. It happens. It happens. However, how happy do you think Will Anderson was second or hitting Bryce Young a little bit? Like, like he was like, yeah, fuck you. And I finally get to do it now without restriction. Ah! So like, yeah. So Brandon, can the Bucs regain a win to try to get back in this NFC South race, or are the Texans going to turn it around? You didn't even let me finish, but explain.
They're at home. And I just think Tampa Bay is starting to show you who they are. I don't think it's any shocker that Tampa Bay is starting to kind of come back to the means. I don't think listen, Baker Mayfield can only do so much. He can only do so goddamn much. And I think with the Texans defense that they have, last week was last week. It happens. Shit happens. But let's not act like they didn't also play really fucking good defensively against Carolina. They did exactly what I expected them to do. Now, offense completely went left. I don't know what the hell happened. But I expect them being at home against Tampa Bay. And I don't trust Tampa Bay to listen. 11 days is 11 days. But what did they do to fix that defense? And this is actually a better offense. Buffalo sucks. Buffalo's offense is not that great. It's not that dynamic. They don't really do anything. C.J. Stroud is a better quarterback right now than Josh Allen is.
Ooh, that's a
I
hot
think
take.
that with that being said, I think the Houston Texans get this game.
I wouldn't go that far, but I will say this: he's playing. Let's put it like this: he's making better decisions than Josh Allen. Because there's some decision that Josh Allen does, and you're like, why would he throw that?
People are saying Josh Allen is going to be this dynamic quarterback for years, but he turns over the ball. He's been turning over the ball. I don't think Houston is going to have to worry about C.J. Stroud putting him in a position where he throws the ball at the damn 20-yard line and it gets picked off by a defensive tackle. I'm pretty sure C.J. Stroud's not going to do that. Like, I'm seeing him enough to know that's it happening. Like, I'm pretty
Now, I don't know what CJ Stroud is doing, and I don't know how much film he's watching, but he's doing great at protecting the football. I'll tell you what, man, that's especially from coming from a rookie quarterback. There's a reason I had him as my number one quarterback heading into this draft, and I was like, wow, I'm still even impressed with what he's doing. But how dare you? How dare you? You do not give the Bucs a fair shake. The Bucs poured their hearts out. I can't keep it going. No, I got the Texans too, man. I do. I really got the Texans too. Look, it's one thing. It is one thing to try to come back against the Buffalo Bills defense, because the Buffalo Bills defense has shown you time and time again, you can come back if the offense isn't working for Buffalo, and it almost happened.
I'm be honest, this would be a way different game if Chris Godwin would have just turned around and caught the fucking touchdown. Like, I would probably be like, yo, Tampa got this. Like, I'll be honest. I would have been like, yo, Tampa got this.
But no, and the reason I'm taking the Texans is because if that defense shows up again and the offense gets right, I don't know what Tampa Bay can really do at that point. Mike Evans can only do so much at that point. So I'm going to go with the Texans because they're at home. Is there a chance that Tampa Bay can win the game? Sure. But saying it and actually doing it are two different things. And that's just, I'm not ready to go that route yet. Also, this game, I'm ready to just get it over with. We got the Commanders taking on the Patriots. Dude, I got Washington and I'm done. That's it. I got Washington. And the only reason why, oh my God, the only reason I have Washington in this whole situation is because I know the Patriots defense is going to do their thing, but that offense is so bad. So bad.
I have the Patriots because I know that defense is going to do their thing, but that offense do suck. And that defense of Washington isn't great either. So I got the Patriots. This is literally the two picks I had for the playoffs, like dead lines. And they have sucked.
Oh, dude, they're bad.
Fucking sucked. Like, it's been disturbing to watch this shit. But here's the thing. New England, I'm going to tell you right now, you're getting Josh McDaniels next year as offensive coordinator. Because we all know it's coming. He's going to be back in New England.
Oh,
with Jimmy Garoppolo as the backup to Mac Jones. Watch that.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, the really reason I have the Commanders is literally because of one thing. I know they gave up Montez Sweat. I know they gave up Chase Young. But honestly, it's not like they were doing anything with it to begin with. So it's perfectly fine with me. And here's the thing. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And I hope Timo's still here. I mean, I think he can agree with me too. That offensive line is like no good. Is no good. So, however, the Patriots are getting a little banged up. They really are. They truly are. And I think the problem is it's not even offensively, defensively banged up anymore. It's just literally their confidence has been getting worse every single week. And I don't know if you can fix that in the second half of the season, because you didn't do anything to try to get Mac Jones a number one during the offseason. You didn't try to get him a number one during this trade deadline. Your offensive line is still bad. Your defense is getting banged up. And when are we just going to face the facts that maybe it's just time to turn the new page in the New England era?
I think think Bill can still coach. But I would
Yes, I believe he could still coach too. As a defensive coordinator.
I would completely take his ass off of being general manager. He's got to go. You cannot be general manager. You cannot be general manager and head coach. That shit ain't gonna work. You got to figure it out. You got to figure out one.
Well, it almost worked for Doc Rivers the first year, and then it just kept getting worse and worse. But no, you're right.
Next pick. We'll move on to the next pick. Let's move on to the next game.
Tell me again, what is Doc Rivers doing right now?
I mean, we saw Bill O'Brien actually get a chance, and he was like, I'm going to trade DeAndre Hopkins for like a broken down running back in a draft that ain't even nowhere near the top 30.
By the way, that draft pick they drafted, I think they cut him. And DeAndre Hopkins just had 3 touchdowns. Ooh. Oh, well, I'm pretty good to skip over the next 2. Bears Saints. We got the Saints in this one, right? Okay, good. Colts Panthers. I got the Colts. You serious right now? You really think one win and all of a sudden they figured it out? No, bro.
They suck.
Oh, you don't have to tell me, bro. You don't have to tell me.
They suck. They're terrible. They're a terrible team. But I do think they found something.
Look, I hope people really took to the words I said. I hope people that watched the show last week took the words to heart. Bryce Young is not the problem in that Carolina team. He's doing everything he can.
But here's the thing that people are not also put into perspective. This is the revenge game. I said this about Tariq Hill. I said this about Frank Reich. He got fired unceremoniously from the Colts, so people say. But we shall see. This is kind of why I'm going with Carolina too. I think Frank Reich being at home, the team's gonna probably rally behind him and want to win for him. I got Carolina.
Yeah, no, I got Indianapolis only because of the fact that they have one thing that is scary around the NFL. They actually have a good running back duo in Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, I know. I saw that last fucking week.
How scared were you? Be honest.
When Jonathan Taylor broke that first one, I was like, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
When I saw that run, I'm like, also he healthy. That's dope. Also he healthy. That dope.
I was like, oh, Jonathan Taylor, hold out again. He should hold out. Why is he not holding out? It didn't pay him enough.
They're still short $7 million. Go back to hold out. Yeah, no. The reason I got the Colts is because, unfortunately for the Panthers defense, the facts remain the same. Yes, they played a good enough game, but that was the first time they actually played a good game. I don't think they fixed it in one game. And the Colts just have that great running back duo in Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor now, where everything else opens up for the passing game. I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts here.
Also, I feel like Bryce Young is a better quarterback than Gardner Minshew.
That is without question. However, we're talking about a team game right now. And right now, I just feel... He did. But he ain't got no choice. You're gonna have to go back out there. We got nobody else, dude. You go back out there.
It's a damn shame. What if they told him that? Yeah, your knee is like a little broken, but we ain't got no quarterbacks. You gotta go back out there and do what you gotta do.
Anthony Richardson suffered the same thing I did, and you put him out for the year. Yeah, but we want to have him for the next 5.
Yeah.
You're just here for the benefit of the doubt. Get back out there. That's so wrong, dude. That is
so wrong.
Like, how dare we? How dare we?
Like, he's the future. You're not.
Get out there. All right, so next game. I think it's a game where I think everybody's going to be really tuned in because everybody wants to see how this is going to go. It is the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And everybody wants to tune in because everybody has heard the Micah Parsons podcast saying that even he himself has said that, I don't feel like my team is up to the level of the Philadelphia Eagles. He has said that on his own podcast. So when we say that, people can't really be upset. People cannot be upset. However, the Eagles have kind of shown some vulnerability. Yes, it's looking like all the roads are going to point to Philadelphia. By the way, did you see the new way how they developed the tush push like that? It's so messed up.
That's even scarier.
Like,
That's even fucking scarier. You really can't stop me now. They advanced the touch push. It's just disturbing.
and not even in a year, in literally like in a span of 10 months, in a span of like 7 months.
I literally think they fumbled the ball in the red zone just to say, all right, that shit's dead for right now. Let's do this.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Oh my God.
I'm
I'm
scared.
so afraid. I'm so afraid.
I'm scared. So it is the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Eagles. And let me tell you how important this game is. The Eagles win this one. It is pretty certain that it looks like the road to the NFC goes to Philadelphia. The Cowboys win this one, though. Oh, now we got a race for the NFC East. And that changes the whole dynamic of the whole NFC playoff format. So, Brandon, I'm going to ask you. I really want you to think about this.
Okay.
Do you have the Dallas Cowboys or the Philadelphia Eagles?
I got the Eagles in a fucking blowout. Are we kidding? That's the game. Why are we doing this? Why are we acting like this is a game? Why are we acting like this is gonna be like a game? Like we know what the fuck about to happen. We know what's about to happen. We know what's about to happen. We already listen. Does Philly turn over the ball a little bit too much this season than they did last year? Yeah, a little bit too fucking much. They throw the ball a little bit too much. Jalen Hurts might really still be hurt from last year, and that might be a real thing too. But there's no way in hell that Dallas offense is going to do any of that shit they did to the Rams, the Patriots, the Jets, the Giants. Bro, you let the San Francisco 49ers score 42 points on you. And they offense now is pedestrian as shit. Like, we gotta stop this. AJ Brown is out here looking like Calvin Johnson.
Did you see that catch, by the way? It was just like, dude, he did that so effortlessly. And I'm like, it's not even fair. It's not fair. It's not.
The catch over the two defenders. Yo, the defenders look so goddamn mad. They're like,
wouldn't you?
They're like, fuck this, man.
Wouldn't you be upset? I would.
Listen, I'm like, man, I get it. I get it. Dallas is supposed to be competitive, and they're supposed to be that team. But let's be real for a second. Who on Dallas that you want outside of Michael Parsons? Who on Dallas that you will want outside of Michael Parsons? That's it. Like, that's the only.
I mean, CD's good.
Okay, is CD Lamb better than AJ Brown? He better than Devontae. Is he better than Devontae Smith?
He can be.
That guy. Oh yeah, you're afraid, man. Like he's like he could be if he wanted to.
Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I just.
He's like he could be if he wanted to. I mean, yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, Dallas. I think you guys are making the playoffs. But can we stop with this? Dallas is the third best team in the NFC, and no, they beat bullshit teams. They beat terrible fucking teams. Beat them very badly. But I've also said they have to win 3 phases of football. Philly has won every game by doing something completely different every fucking game.
And even the one loss, I can't even. Here's the thing: they could play that same game 10 times, and they'll probably win like 8.
They'll win like 8, and maybe the 9th game will still be a little close that they lost. Dallas cannot win a game where the offense goes off, but the defense doesn't. Dallas cannot win a game where the defense goes off, but the offense doesn't. They have to win 3 straight phases of football, which is a good thing. when you are a team that might not be that great. Philly is better than Dallas. I don't know why this is even a conversation. I get it. I understand it. But Dallas is about to play Philly. It's a rivalry game, so Dallas is not just going to give up. They're going to fight. They're going to play their ass off. This might be the best game Dallas has ever had this entire fucking season. Forget the blowouts. This might be the best game Dallas has ever put together this entire damn year. But Philly is going to kill Dallas. This is not even a situation.
If Cowboys win, dye your hair blonde. If you so sure Eagles going to win.
That's not happening. Tony Pollard Dallas cannot run the ball. Their offensive line is not that great. All they have is Dak Prescott to throw the ball all day. And I don't think they're that good at throwing a damn football all day. This is a terrible offense for Dallas. People don't want to admit that. I don't know why people don't want to see that. It's the same thing with Kansas City. It's literally one-trick pony. They can't run the ball. Are we not just going to act like that doesn't happen? Anybody go up against Jalen Carter, Fletcher Cox, Haason Reddick, who actually I think is better than Michael Parsons. People don't want to admit it.
Don't you got to stop that.
Haason Reddick is better than Michael Parsons.
You have to stop that.
Are we really about to lie?
We are not going to lie like that. We are not going to lie like that. Haason Reddick is good, but Michael Parsons is a game changer. He's different. Like,
if he's a game changer, what was he last year for Philly in Dallas games?
He was a game changer, man. It's just the offense keep fucking it up, bro.
You sound like she don't have to be good if you want to.
Don't give me that. All right.
Same energy I heard. Listen, Dallas, congratulations. You're making the playoffs. I'm not saying you're not making the playoffs, but in Philly, when Philly needs to prove to everybody they're still that dominant team, good fucking luck, Dallas. I don't know why people want to sit up here and act like this is going to be a hard game to like. Bro, no, it's Dallas.
Brandon, tell the good folks in America who I had winning the NFC East this year.
Dallas.
Tell them what I said that Dallas had to do to win the NFC East. You had to win the games. You always lose, and they have done that. What else have I said that they have to do? They have to beat who? They have to beat Philly.
I don't want to see you go down this road. I don't want to see you go down this road.
It hurts.
Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it. No.
When I come back next week, when I come back next Wednesday, the first thing I'm going to look at you. I'm going to say, how about those Eagles? Because I got the Eagles, man. It's so bad because I want to believe in Dallas. I really do, man. And I think they're there. I want to say that they're there. How they looked against the Rams, I wish they can look like that every single week because I know that's the type of team they can be. The problem is the offense is just too damn inconsistent for me to like this. The Eagles have shown, even though that they turn the ball over, guess what? They're going to get the ball right back, and they're going to make up their mistake. Dallas has shown if you create enough turnovers, it's over. Philly is just that team. And it could have been a lot of things, injuries to Dallas, and I get all that. But, man, it's just – I feel like when I look at the Cowboys roster and I see the names, and I'm just like, you got to be better than what you are right now. And right now, I just don't feel it right now. I don't. That's why I'm going Eagles on this one, too.
I think people don't – again, like I just said, like, it's funny how the question was, Kellen Moore wants to throw the ball all day. He doesn't want to run the ball. What the fuck is Mike McCarthy doing with this offense? Because it's the same shit.
Yeah, I know. And honestly, there has to be conversation if Mike McCarthy, well, we know Mike McCarthy is not the right man for the job, but when is Jerry Jones going to realize that? So we'll see. And here we go.
Are they also not trading for anyone?
It hurt. It kind of hurt to see that. It was a little like...
Sucks. It's a stupid decision. Like, why would you not try to at least make your offense and defense better? Dallas went out and got literally one of the best safeties in the league. Like, Philly went out and got the best safety, one of the best safeties in the league. It was like, yep, we're going to do it. Because they want to win. I don't understand this analogy, this thought process. People are like, but Dallas could beat Philly. Really? What Dallas? The 1998 Dallas? Like, and Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, Dallas? Oh, yeah, they never going to be Philly. Because they actually gave a fuck. Like, they cared about winning. This team is not that. Why we keep acting like this team is going to
I get it. I get it, and it hurts because I see the potential in this team, and it hurts because I would kill for this type of potential.
We said it every year about Dallas. Look at the roster. Yeah, eventually that roster got to do something.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree. Now, on the last game of the 1 o'clock afternoon slots, we have the New York Giants traveling to Las Vegas. The Giants, unfortunately, are gonna. Well, let me rephrase that because I don't want to sound like a dick. Tyrod Taylor got hurt in a very gruesome way, and I feel so bad for him because he was trying everything he can to compete to keep this job, and he got hurt again. And it sounds like after watching one throw of DeVito, Daniel Jones, healed neck or not, is coming back. You know, broken neck or not, he's gonna have to go out there. And the Raiders, after firing Josh McDaniels, are going to go with Antonio Pierce as the new interim head coach. So it's two teams that are struggling to do anything and two teams that are still looking for their identity, and one team is just getting a head start because we'll see. So, Brandon, I ask you, do you have the Giants or do you have the Raiders in this one?
I feel like you're going to have a good Sunday. I got the Vegas Raiders. I got Raiders, man. I think you're going to have a good Sunday.
I'm going to have a good Sunday. I'm just on the stands. You're talking about the players, right?
The Raiders are going to win. I think the Raiders are going to win this game. Again, the Giants traded one of their best pieces on defense, Leonard Williams. He's gone. So I expect a full dose of Josh Jacobs. I expect a full dose of Josh Jacobs. Devontae Adams, too. I think Devontae Adams is going to finally catch the ball that, is in play and not on the goddamn sidelines.
Yo, he was pissed. He was pissed, dude.
When Devontae Adams burned the quarterback and the ball was on the opposite side of his arm, he looked around like, what the fuck is the ball?
He was
He
pissed.
looked around and like, this motherfucker really good ball on the sideline? What the fuck is he doing? That shit was hilarious.
And here's the funny thing. Even if he underthrew it to Devontae Adams, that was still a touchdown.
He's like, I don't want to choke the shit out of you. on national TV, but I'm about to choke the shit.
Could you imagine that airplane ride? Hey, Jimmy, come up here, man. I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. You ever seen that Family Guy clip where where Peter has the shotgun in the back and he's telling Meg, I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I can imagine him going to the Detroit airport. I just want to talk to him, coach. Devontae, no. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to shoot him. Oh, he burned. No safety, no linebacker, no corner, nothing but green and football fans in the picture. And he has the gall to throw the ball out of bounds. Like, God. I bet you when they had the first team meeting today, Antonio Pierce is like, Devontae, be honest with me. What do you think about the quarterback, Aiden?
He's better than Jimmy. Better than Brian.
Like, listen, Devontae, we have three quarterbacks right now. And we need your honest truth. Who would you want to throw Aiden? Okay, we're going to go with Devontae here.
By the way, I feel like the Giants got bamboozled into putting Daniel Jones back into the Stars. You know damn well, like, Brian Daboll was trying his hardest. He's like, please, Sarai, please be healthy. God almighty, please be healthy. We got a chance. We got an actual chance.
Like, he was like that dinosaur video I sent you, once he saw the stretcher in the medical cart, he's like, like no. And then Daniel Jones in the back. Don't worry, coach. I'll be ready for next week. Yo, healthy or not, Daniel Jones has to play.
Yo, they was like he's coming back week 10. This is a whole week.
He threw a week off.
Oh my God, they're gonna suck Sunday.
God. But you know what? This would be such a Raider way to lose to Daniel Jones and to Saquon. I don't mind losing to Saquon. If Saquon goes off, hey.
If you lose to Saquon, that's an honorable loss. Lose to Daniel Jones.
That's like, all right, I don't care if you got 9 games. I'm ready to switch. I'm ready to find the new head coach now.
Daniel Jones.
And you know what? I got the Raiders in this one too. And it's not because there's a new energy in the building. It's not like there's a new energy in the building because we got a new interim head coach. However, Darren Waller's out. The offensive line is banged up. They traded away one of the better defensive pieces. Because remember, Kayvon Thibodeau, he's having a nice second year. Remember last year when I said that Miles Sanders had the most quietest 1,200-yard season? Kayvon Thibodeau is having the quietest defensive play this year. Like, he is tearing up.
He's on a terrible team.
He is tearing up shit this year. Kayvon Thibodeau. He is, oh my God, whose hands? My hands. Come on, man. They cool, man. No, but Kayvon Thibodeau, kudos to him because, and it's like I said yesterday, in order to win this game, really what has to happen is we have to go back to what we were good at last year. We have to develop the run. Is it going to be the same success as last year? No, but we have to get back to that in order to be a competent football team. Because now that you actually have a good enough defense, if you run the ball, you control the clock. That's how it works. And defensively for the Raiders, you got to contain Kayvon Thibodeau. Like, you have throw everything at him. 2 tight ends, a chip block with the left tackle, like throw everything at him, like to make sure he is a non-factor in this fucking game. Like none. So yeah, I got the Raiders in this one too, only because I think without Darren Waller, offensive line banged up, Saquon coming back little by little, and now you have to advance Daniel Jones to play. I think that's a very scary situation for the Giants. Where if Daniel Jones goes down this week, which God forbid he does it, the Giants just have to look at it and be like, we might get a top pick and we might have to pass on a quarterback because we paid Daniel Jones $40 million fucking dollars. There you go. So, yeah, give me the Raiders in this one. Next up, we got a Sunday Night Football matchup, and it is a Sunday Night Football matchup I think we're all ready to see. It is the Buffalo Bills taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bills winning on Thursday Night Football against the Buccaneers get a second week in a row primetime game on Sunday Night Football. The Cincinnati Bengals beating the San Francisco 49ers on a brilliant performance by Joe Burrow. It's not no thanks to the offensive line because he did take his hits. Let's be real. Joe Burrow did take his hits, but he has shown me one thing. He's healthy. And that is a scary feeling. Like, oh no. I'm scared. So, Brandon, you got the Bills or you got the Bengals? Oh no.
Bengals. Are we kidding ourselves? Like, come on. Listen, Buffalo, I'm happy you got a new cornerback. That's awesome. He don't help with a goddamn thing because who the fuck is still gonna guard T. Higgins? Tyler Boyd? Are you gonna stop the run this game? You gonna stop the run this game? No. Are y'all gonna score points that is not just Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs? What the fuck is this Buffalo offense? What is this? I feel like Buffalo should have called somebody and got a receiver too, like a true number 1 receiver too, to help Stephon Diggs because this is ridiculous. This is disturbing. You didn't go get a new number 1 receiver. You want to go get playoff Lenny. That was the decision that you made.
Another running back that they're not going to use.
You're going to get a whole other running back. They ain't going to see playing time. It's just going to be literally a helping Josh Allen.
You literally got you got a younger version of Latavius Murray. That's all you did.
That's what you did. That's all you did.
And he doesn't even play that much.
That's ridiculous. James Cook is the best running back that you have. And you still find ways to not use him. I have no idea how to see
If anything, James Cook should have been like, I want out. I want out. Give me out. I want out.
Cincinnati's defense, by the way, what people are now also saying is how they play San Francisco. That defense was phenomenal in that game. That defense coordinator is finally getting back to what he was doing last year. They starting to really.
And he is a candidate to be because now for the third year in a row, we're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals defense. Mm-hmm. And he is a candidate to be a head coach next year. So, Brandon, remember that game, the DeMar Hamlin game, when they were at Cincinnati, and Cincinnati looks like they were about to run away with it. And then DeMar Hamlin had that freak accident, and we all forgot about football and worried about the man's life. Well, I'm glad he made it. I'm glad he made it. I just expect a continuation of what the fuck is going to happen, where Cincinnati's going to.
To be continued. This ass whooping is coming.
To be continued. The ass whooping will commence in week 9, and here we go. That's what's going to happen. It's just the problem is with the Buffalo Bills. I don't want to say that they're predictable because they're not, because they're still a pretty good football team. They're still a pretty good football team. The problem is
they're predictable.
When teams figure out what you're trying to do, and Tampa almost came back on you, it's not from. I don't feel confident about this, and that's why. And as Cincinnati's getting healthier, yeah.
Something else people don't want to say. That offensive line of Buffalo sucks.
Oh, it's rough.
They suck. Like, this is not good.
Like, I get it. You got a rookie right guard, and you got some issues across the line, but that's across the line.
I feel like this is going to be the same story that Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen had in the AFC divisional game. After that game, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs was just talking to Josh Allen. He's like, I'm open. I was there. What's going on? I feel like it's going to be that continuation of that shit. Because this is going to be the game where Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs just look at each other like, so I'm done with you this season. You know that, right? Like, this is our last year together. Like, this is going to be... there's no way in hell...
It's been a long day without you, my friend. Like, whoa. I can already see it where Josh Allen, like, he will always be my brother. And Stephon Diggs will give him the Earl Thomas treatment, though. Like, right there. Like, dude, what the fuck? No, the reason I have the Bengals is because the Bengals are getting healthier. They're getting healthier everywhere. Offensive line, defensively, and most importantly, Joe Burrow. He's getting healthy. Anybody that wants to underplay his performance against the 49ers, you're mistaken. It was just a bad day for the 49ers defense, or the Cincinnati defense just gave a lot extra possessions to Joe Burrow to do that to the 49ers defense.
This man went 28 for 32. You know how hard that shit is?
Do you know that Jimmy Garoppolo had a 3.3 QBR? Do you understand that if you throw the ball 15 times on the ground, you still end up with a 35 QBR? That's where my mind's at, Brandon. That's where I'm at, bro. So don't you tell me about underplaying shit. I know how hard that is. I understand it, bro. I have PTSD thinking about Jimmy Garoppolo taking another snap for us. I have PTSD, bro. You still get a 35 QBR. This motherfucker had a 3.3 QBR. You know how hard that shit is to do? Damn near impossible. But anyway, I get the Bengals on this one. Rough, man. The wrong side of it, that's for sure. And lastly,
That's why he's benched. See?
the Monday Night Football matchup that I think we're all waiting for. It is the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to the East Coast to play the New York Jets. The Chargers with a win over the Chicago Bears, and the Jets looked like they were going to lose against the Giants. And, 24 seconds was just too much. I did not know a missed field goal on the other side of the field was going to determine the rest of this game. Like, that is so terrible. 24 seconds. 24 seconds. Not as cool as Kansas City's 13, but whatever. Still not as cool.
It might be even cooler because Zach Wilson, who the fuck thought he could do that? So
I didn't even think he could throw more than like 15 yards, and he chugged it. Like, he chugged one, bro. So, Brandon, do you have the Chargers or the Jets on this one?
I got the Chargers.
Okay.
Chargers. I think the Jets have the better defense, but we clearly know the Chargers have the way better offense.
Oh.
Clearly know that. I think the Jets have the better head coach, but they don't have Justin Herbert. So, it's just like
Brandon Staley's going to look at the Jets defense and go, that's how it's supposed to look.
Yeah. It's our team looks.
That's
Oh, good God. Imagine Justin Herbert with the Jets. Oh, my God. That would be so damn disturbing. It be so damn
It could have happened. It could have happened.
Which is oh, good God. Oh,
Yeah, so I think I'm going to take a leap of faith here. I'm going to go with the Jets on this one. I am going to go with the Jets on this one. I know that performance on Sunday looked bad, but considering the fact that it was a terrible weather game.
26 times. They punted the ball 26 times.
It was a bad weather game. The Chargers play in a dome. Well, unless TCU fans show up, but then it just rains on you in that stadium. Like, you remember that? Remember that image? Do you remember that picture where it's a national championship game and they're already getting blown out? And what's getting worse? The rain is only dropping on them. Like, bro. Like, bro. That's so fucked up. That's so messed up. Mother Nature is cruel. Yeah, but I'm going to go with the Jets in this one, only because of the fact of one thing and one thing only. West Coast teams do not travel well when they go to the East Coast.
Especially with the weather. Yeah.
Monday night, it's going to be 8. Well, yeah, it'll be 8 their time. And it's going to get colder. Last I checked, Justin Herbert in the cold and that offense in the cold and the defense is already suspect. So, honestly, I think the Jets can pull it off. And here's the thing. Nobody wants to talk about Breece Hall looks healthy. And that's a scary thing for the rest of the AFC East. So, maybe Zach Wilson doesn't have to do everything. They just have to keep feeding Breece Hall. And that's pretty much the factor. But I think the Jets can at least contain the Los Angeles Chargers. I think the Chargers have a shot to win. Or I'm sorry, the Jets have a shot to win this game. So I'm going to go with the Jets here. I really am. So now, if you're a team, if you are a fan of the Jaguars, the 49ers, the Lions, and the Broncos, we're not talking about you this week. Go home. Enjoy your week off. Go home. Especially you, 49ers. Go home. Take a chill pill. Regroup yourself. Refine your inner mantra. Refine that shit. I don't know what the fuck that was Sunday. Anyway, yeah. So that's our predictions for.
What you mean? Baby. That's what it is.
Find your inner mantra. Find it.
That's what the last pick of the draft looks like. There it is.
There it is. Yeah, it happens. Damn. Shame. What a shame. Anyway, that's our picks for this week. I want to thank everybody that tuned into Instagram Live. Thank you very much for the comments. Thank you very much for all the support. Even on YouTube, thank you so much for the support as well. Thank you guys so much. As always, it is fun to talk to you guys. It is awesome to talk to you guys. Until then, We will see you guys next Wednesday. So have a good weekend. Enjoy your football week. We'll see you guys then. Peace.